Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Michael Penix and the Atlanta Falcons.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. KaVontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A good start. One play, 10 yards. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They moved the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted. Many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Prescott to throw it. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. To throw is Prescott. Right back to Tolbert. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They go with Blue between the tackles. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Prescott from the gun. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And this one is right down the middle. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
A man who was a collegiate standout nearby in Austin, it's Bijan Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And looking to throw, Penix. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. To the air, Penix. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw with Penix. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. After one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with 4th down and 1. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what
put
you
your
do
foot on
best.
the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run up the middle here with Blue. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Now Prescott fires a slant complete to Tolbert. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Drops it to Blue, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. So on 4th down, Prescott off and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is indeed good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 1st and 10, it's Penix. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Penix. There's Mooney with another catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Penix to the air once more. That's out wide here for Robinson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Looking to throw, Penix. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Falcons are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Here's Penix. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he returns this to the 22. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
Here's Penix on 1st and 10. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Brian Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Falcon football.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Throwing on 1st down is Penix. Over the middle, caught by London.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 4. Robinson up the middle.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll set up a throw. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
There's Robinson showing the flash. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
55 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, Maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
Robinson showing off the elusiveness as he's in. Touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Williams. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Prescott.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Penix going to look to throw on 1st down.
He's got the hook up to McLeod. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out 1st downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
They'll run again here with Robinson.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Penix to throw on 2nd down. Completes a Mooney on the slant.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Second down and 6 now. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and a yard, it's Penix. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Second and 11. On the give, here's Robinson.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one.
Obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game, but hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win, and in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.
Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special prime-time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. as we'll see Justin Fields and the New York Jets taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best? That team will win the game.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. He'll get this to the 24, and it's second down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now Fields.
That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Fields now to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Two yards to go, second down. On second down, a run with Hall.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, right back to Hall.
A beautiful fake. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Now 2nd and 5. Now it's Fields.
He'll get this to Lazard. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Play action. It's Fields. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard, 28 yards. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon.
Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
Now the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead at 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Adoree Jackson on the return.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Throwing is Hurts.
Gets past one man. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Airing it out deep for Smith.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They go play action with Hurts.
This is Smith with a grab. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. From 17 yards out.
And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, rulings on the field.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll get this out to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. In motion left goes Reynolds. There's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Hall up the middle.
7 yards there and a first down.
They came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Fields on first down.
His throw incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Second and 10. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on third down, Fields. He gets it underneath to Hall.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Fields. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted.
They find some open field here.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick-6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick-6.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Here's Fields. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Hurts going to keep it running right. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
This now a 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
New York set to take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. Fields. He'll find Reynolds over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Oh, what a move. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 17's
They'll give to Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Here's Fields.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here's Jackson to return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Eagles will have it taking over first and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10
at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a three-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And the ball on the 30. Here's second and 4. Now Hurts on the option right.
Nice move at the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hurts going to keep it again.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now a second and 10.
Let's go. Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Here's Hurts to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
He'll look to throw.
Quick slant, Dotson. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
This a 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw here. This is caught. Touchdown.
Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. Fields. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Fields.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Mike 17, Mike 17.
Back to throw. Fields. Caught. It's Wilson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Throwing again is Fields. They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the 2nd quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
Elliott now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Pick-6 last drive. Here's Fields again.
Steps away to his left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
From the gun, here's Fields.
That's complete right side to Lazard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Out of the gun, Fields. And Lazard's got it again.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you, too, in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's a 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try and escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Hurts going to keep it running right. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Back to throw here. Fighting through.
Hurts fumbles it, and it's scooped up by the Jets.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So certainly not at all what you're looking for here to start the 3rd quarter. A fumble on their opening drive.
Not at all. You're exactly right about that, because this had a chance to be the drive to put everything away. A touchdown here, that might have put everything out of reach for them. They definitely handed out a lifeline to the defense on that play.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a short pickup to about the 25.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Now Fields.
That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Now it's Fields.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nifty job there on the scramble. Got 12 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
2nd down and 8. They'll toss it out right here to Hall.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Fields now to throw. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
2nd and 5. Throwing is Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard.
And Goddard going to have an Eagles 1st down as the tackle made up at the 27.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Second and 7.
A give to Barkley out of the gun.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns.
New York ready to go again offensively. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Fields.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They snap it to Fields.
And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Garrett Wilson, 28 yards. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before when you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay. It's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Second down, here's Hurts. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return.
And the Jets will take over.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. On first down, it's Fields. Over the middle and complete to Wilson.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Here's Hall again.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
From the 50, here's Fields.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that for both QBs in this game, and that continued with that first down run.
first down. Fields.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Second down and a yard. To throw is Fields.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Fields.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Fields. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
Back to you.
Back to throw. Fields. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now 1st and goal.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. 53. Mike.
Here's Fields.
Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall taking it in.
And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Here's a fake on the Jets sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So the Jets now down by 7. 1:35 to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10.
Don't jump. Ready?
Back to throw. Fields.
And his throw is incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Fields. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Here's Fields.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
4th down, 10 yards to go. All eyes on Fields. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it.
Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth-quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.
Today, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Tennessee Titans taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and for both of these teams that we're going to see, Charles, the future is kind of right now. You know, this is something you only see a handful of times in an NFL season where you've got a rookie quarterback versus a rookie quarterback.
And I think a lot of that has to do with the era we're in now. Because our dads, they didn't see rookie quarterbacks go against each other. In fact, it could be 2-3 years before they even saw the playing field. Nowadays, you get drafted, they expect you to play earlier, and these guys as competitors, they'll take their lumps early, but they'd rather be on the field.
Joey Slye, the kicker, stands ready.
And off we go from Nashville.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out.
Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man from the University of Michigan.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Again, it's Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Third and 9 here. Here's McCarthy. Rondale Moore. And down right around the 37. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On play action, McCarthy. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. To the air with McCarthy. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Here's Pollard again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Ward on first down. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. On second down, it's Pollard. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Looking to throw. Moore. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing is McCarthy. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
And here's Jones again on second down. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Let's go now. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
To throw is Ward. Throwing to start the drive. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Pollard going to try the right side. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down.
Moore work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Moore. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
The completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd down and 4.
Looking to throw. Moore.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That is caught, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score.
Ready, set.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger.
They'll look to throw again.
This pass complete to Pollard on the out route.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Back to throw again.
That's complete to Treylon Burks.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Two yards to go, 2nd down.
Operating from the gun. Ward. He completes it to Ridley. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Back to throw. Ward. And he's got it. And it's a Titans touchdown. Traylon Burks from 8 yards out. And the Titans have taken the lead.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
Joey Sly on for the extra point.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was Traylon Burks capping things off with a touchdown catch. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead.
First and 10, here's McCarthy.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Sly for the PAT.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On 1st down, McCarthy.
And the screen unsuccessfully dropped him.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now McCarthy. Addison hauls it in.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
McCarthy going to throw again.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now McCarthy throwing on 1st down.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That was signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
Tyler Lockett now with the return.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Lockett the return.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third.
Second half begins with a run by Pollard.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
We got 3. We got 3.
Off the play fake. Ward. Airing it out, looking for Ridley.
And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Ward.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Running right, it's Pollard.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2.
Gonna run again here with Pollard.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
On the slant, Burks.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Drops this underneath for Pollard.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Pollard, he'll take it up the gut. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Trying to run for it with Pollard. They needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Second and 5 from the 8. Pollard gets it off the option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Calvin Ridley, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.